Hi, welcome. My name is Jennifer Rodriguez, the Professional Learning Events, Programs and Social Impact Coordinator at Shape America. Today, I'll be demonstrating how to submit a research symposium proposal for the 2023 Shape America National Convention and Expo in Seattle on the Shape America website. Excuse me. All research symposium proposals must be submitted online through the submission site by the deadline of Thursday, July 21st, 2022 at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. To access the website, you can type in your search engine Shape America and click the link. Once you are on the Shape America homepage, select the Events and Conferences tab. This will take you to the Events and Conferences page. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we go, Shape America. You could either directly skip going to the homepage and just go straight to the Events and Conferences page. But in this case, I'm gonna go to the homepage. That way you can see that you can also select Events and Conferences page up here at the top. Scroll down, select Call for Proposals Now Open, right next to the Shape America Seattle 2023 graphic. You should now be on the Call for Proposals page. Take a moment to look over the page and familiarize yourself with it. Please take the time to go over the submission resources listed on the right side. As you can see here, the 2023 Call for Proposals, FAQs, and submitting a header proposal. You can click on both of these. These are links. For reference, most of the things in blue are links that will take you to resource pages. There's also the contact information for you to contact us in case you have any questions. Shape America is seeking high quality proposals that will be delivered through an equity, diversity, and inclusion lens and address a full range of issues facing health and physical educators, administrators, and other key stakeholders as they seek to put all children on the path to health and physical literacy. In order to submit your session, please complete the following steps and reference the additional guidance documents available on this page. Step 1, read the presenter agreement and ensure all presenters read and agree prior to listing them on the session proposal. Go ahead and select the blue lettering to view the presenter agreement. Please make sure that you, along with any other co-authors, review this prior to beginning your submission. Step 2, review the newly updated submission categories to ensure you've identified the appropriate category and subcategory if applicable to your presentation. You go ahead and select that to view them. Step 3, review the appropriate submission guide to ensure you understand the information that will be necessary for your proposal. Review the FAQs on this page if you would like additional guidance. In this case, we will review the research symposium submission information. Go ahead and select it. Take a moment to review it prior to beginning your submission. This will give you an idea of what information you will need to submit. Step 4, begin your submission by clicking the link below. Be sure you click Start Submission under the appropriate session type. Please note that you do not need to complete your submission in one sitting. After starting your submission, you will receive a confirmation email that includes a session or abstract ID and password that can be used to edit or complete a submission at a later time. You may edit your submission until the deadline. Presentation sessions, research abstracts, and research symposium submissions deadline is Thursday, July 21st by 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Now let's select Submit Your Proposal and get started. You should now see the Call for Submissions page. Notice on the right side, there's a box that allows you to view, resume, edit, or withdraw a submission by typing in your presentation ID number and password. Please note that you will receive an email with your presentation ID number and password once you submit a presentation title. At the top of the page, over here, You can notice different drop-down tabs that describe the overview of information that you'll be providing throughout your proposal submission. For example, specific submission information regarding people. You will need the planner or presenter's names or author's affiliation, names, and contact information. Description. You'll be able to copy and paste your description into a text box or type into it directly. Confirmation. You will have a chance to look over your submission to make sure all is complete prior to selecting submit. As a reminder, you must select submit in order for us to have a completed proposal. And then general instructions. No name or title should be included in the abstract text. Names will be automatically hidden during the abstract review process and will automatically be inserted and properly formatted upon publication. Presenting authors will be automatically informed of the unique ID numbers and password assigned to their abstracts. Abstracts may be viewed and modified at any time between submission and the deadline using the assigned ID number and password. For technical support, you can always click this option. To submit a new research symposium proposal, select the last begin a submission under research symposium. So let's go ahead and do that. Wait for the countdown to be directed to the member login page. If you already have an account, enter your credentials. If you do not, we invite you to create a free profile and give us a try. You do not need to be a member to submit a proposal, but you do need to create an account. If you have any questions or concerns, please call member services at 800-213-7193 extension 1490 or email membership@shapeamerica.org. Once you insert your credentials, sign in. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert my credentials. At this point, if you have followed the previous steps on the original submissions page, all of your speakers and co-authors should have read the presenter or speaker agreement terms and conditions. Reminder, all presenters must review the presenter or speaker agreement terms and conditions before checking this box. So if you have, go ahead and check the box. Read the instructions as you go along. As you can see, the first box is for you to type in your session title. Your submitter's email should have automatically been inserted, but if it was not, type it in. Next is your IRB approval or exemption. Research papers must have appropriate IRB approval or exemption to be eligible for presenting at convention. In order to complete this, please type in your name. For the description, you need to provide in 75 words or less the theme and an overview of your symposium. This description will be used in the online program guide. Do not list presenters or other participants here. I'm going to go ahead and type something in just for tutorial purposes. Select the category of your submission. Next, select the AV equipment that you will need for your presentation. Please note that Shape America does not provide CD or DVD players, extension cords, laptops, or laser pointers. If you don't require equipment, please go ahead and select no equipment requirement. I'm gonna go ahead and select AV equipment. If AV equipment was unavailable for your presentation, would you be able to adjust your session to accommodate the lack of AV? Go ahead and let us know, yes or no. Next is your room setup. Will your session require theater seating, round tables, or activities? And here are some descriptions of what that looks like to assist you with selecting the best option. Go ahead and select Save. Always make sure you select Save. If you fill step 1 out correctly, you'll be redirected to step 2, unless there's an error. If there is an error red box will appear at the top of the page, instructing you on what errors need to be fixed. If you look at the above tabs up here, you will notice that Setup Session tab has an orange and white check mark next to it to represent that it has been completed. You cannot skip forward in steps, but you can go back if you need to make changes or review items. Ensure you always hit that save button at each step if you make any changes. In order to move on to step 3, you need to have at least one planner and one presenter. It's important to note that planners are not listed in the online schedule or the mobile app. If you are a planner who is also presenting, please check both boxes so that you are listed in the program. If you are a planner who will also be presenting, please make sure you check both of these boxes, or else if you only check planner, you will not be listed in the final program. A planner for a submission receives all communication for the session from Shape America and is responsible for communicating that information with all of the listed presenters. Please make sure your planner and presenters are aware of the planner responsibilities. Only planners can request changes for a session. The difference between an abstract and a symposium is that a symposium requires each author to have his or her own presentation and own abstract text. The research symposium model is set up to collect individual author and abstract details in a unique format. When selecting an author or presenter, type the presenter's corresponding abstract presentation title under Enter Presentation Title. You will need to associate an abstract or presentation title for each author. After entering an author and corresponding abstract title, you will have to enter additional information associated with that abstract by clicking on the title of the abstract and then clicking on the icon under abstract text. I'm going to go ahead and show that now. So I'm gonna go ahead and select myself as a planner and a presenter. So I'm gonna put my email to search for myself, and then I'm going to go ahead and type in my presentation title. So in this case, I will type just for tutorial purposes so that you can see. I will select search. I will locate my profile. If I need to make any edits, for example, in my association, I can do select and edit. Here are all the required fields. I can go ahead and make that change. If I do make the change, I have to make sure that I always select an affiliation before I select save and continue. I have now been added as a planner and a presenter because that's what I checked. As you can see here, there's this red X. That means that this is not complete. So you have to go under presentation. Here's my presentation title for my specific abstract. I have to go ahead and click it. A window will pop up. I will have to agree again to the terms and conditions. The abstract title should automatically populate. The email as well. Irb Approval, type in your name. Description in 75 words max provide a theme and overall overview of that abstract. The description will be used in the online program to not list presenters or participants here. So go ahead and do your abstract specific description. Then select the category, your preferred type, certification of previous publication. Please make sure that you read this and agree that you certify that this research has not been and will not be presented elsewhere prior to the 2023 Shape America National Convention and Expo, as it was not accepted for publication for that time of submission. And any co-authors at this abstract grant permission, the RQS supplement, make sure you read this and you select agree as well. And then let us know if you are an international presenter who's in need of a visa invitation letter in order to attend convention. Let us know, select yes or no. Request for consideration for a graduate student. Let us know if you would like to put in a request. If so, please list their name. And same for undergraduate. If that's not the case, then please leave these two options blank and select save. Once you do that, that X will now turn into a check mark. That means that that part is completed. As a note, please go ahead and select this little edit for abstract text. This is where you will go to provide your text. So make sure you fill out all the required fields. So I'm going to go ahead and type that in. Make sure you select save and continue. You always have to save everything. I'm gonna go ahead and add another individual. Select search. I'm just gonna select this time. I'm gonna go through the process again to make sure I get that green check. Like I said, make sure the terms and conditions have been read. Title, submitted email, IRB, description, category, preferred type, your certification of previous publication, RQS supplement. Again, regarding visa, if you require a letter of invitation, graduate student or undergraduate student consideration. Save. That will turn green. And again, I will select that abstract text to include that abstract text. Make sure you select save and continue. If you would like to change the order of presenters and presentation, please use these orange arrows. Once you select it, it will say up or down. When you do this, please make sure that you click the description option in order for it to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and add one more person just to show you what occurs when you include someone who's not in the system, and that means you have to add them. Like I said, this is for tutorial purposes. I'm gonna search, and there's no matches. for this name or individual. So that means I will have to create one for them. So I will put their first name, their last name, their email address, and their affiliation, because those are requirements. And then any other information that you can provide will be wonderful, because that will be helpful. And then you will obviously click save and continue to save them. Otherwise, they won't be added. For example, if I don't click save and I go back to people, that individual does not show up. So you have to make sure you do that. And then I'm just going to leave it with these two individuals for purposes of this tutorial. Then I'm going to go ahead and go on to the description. All right. So for the description, this is called the extended description. So for the extended description, it's used by the Research Council during the evaluation process. It could be different than the program description you listed earlier. There's a limit of 500 words, and it should include the main points, objectives, or goals of your proposed program. Again, do not list presenters or planners' names here. Just like the abstracts, you can copy and paste from a document into the box to type directly into it and select Save. So I'm going to go ahead and type something in for testing purposes. Always select Save. For the last step, please proofread what you have entered before selecting Submit at the bottom of the page. If you need to make any changes, click on the appropriate step here above on the session control panel. Make sure you select the Submit button under the last step, or we will not have your completed submission in our database. So if you have to scroll down. After reviewing everything, select Submit, or we will not have your submission in our database. Once you have clicked Submit, at the top of the page, it will state your session submission has been received. This is how you will know that you're all good to go, that you have successfully submitted a symposium proposal. You can also see that you have the option to click this orange box here to print this page for your records. On the left-hand side, if you don't see that little box, you can locate it by going up here at these three lines to see that menu. And under this menu, you can view your submission, withdraw your submission, submit another submission, or print this submission, as well as log out. If you do not, we already went. Remember that if you ever want to go back into your presentation, refer to your email that you received upon submission initiation. If at any time you have any questions regarding proposals, please email proposals@shapeamerica.org or call Shape America at 703-476-3400. Thank you for supporting Shape America and sharing your presentation with the Shape America community. Have a wonderful day.